wanted to say, lady, this was done on purpose. I planned this, okay? Right, so it's been about 4 weeks since my last retwist. I retwisted last time on the 28th of August and it is now the 30th of September. So 4 weeks since my last retwist, 28 days. And there have been a couple of things that have been bothering me a little bit in regards to it. So I've been wearing my hair in a similar kind of pin back style, so just the front was pinned back in a couple big flat twists and the back was out, and that's how I went to work for the last week. And kind of surprisingly but unsurprisingly, I was bothered by my hair being worn like this for 3 reasons. The first one being I needed a retwist, and I just felt very uncomfortable with this idea that I was bothered that I needed a retwist because, number two, I didn't feel like it had that groomed, manicured look that I was after. And, you know, I got compliments for my hair being done and now my hair wasn't done and compliments were over. And the third reason, which is probably the one that bothered me the most, 2 and 3, is that I didn't feel that my hair was professional looking, that it didn't fit the groomed professional locked look. And I feel like that's something that many people do go through when they're out starting their new process, that they don't feel that their hair reflects this professional, groomed, manicured, ready for the world to see. And so that bothered me that I felt that way, because I just thought, you know, we've been through this already, we've done this. Why would it bother you? And I know how I prefer to wear my hair is less maintained actually. I prefer to wear my hair a lot more kind of casual. It reflects my personal style, my personal taste, my clothes, just to have this kind of, how should I put it? Kind of semi-freeform, free, doing what it wants kind of look, especially in the beginning stages. And I had to remember that when I did start my locks, I was about 19. I was just starting uni. It was an art school as well, so, you know, there were no rules, there was no dress code, there was nothing for me to kind of feel like I had to live by because I did my own thing. Now being in the place of work and being a teacher and, you know, this professional, and having to wear a suit to work, and I'm thinking, does this casual, I'm saying this for a reason, like, you know, this casual hairstyle, does it reflect the corporate, you know, the Western corporate world look? And luckily, I'm fortunate enough to work in a school where there is very much a diverse staff as well, and also a lot of the children, you know, boys and girls do have locks, and they do have their hair professional looking and neat. And I mean, even if it's not retwisted, they still are proud of their locks and proud of their natural hair. So, and the same with the teachers as well. So I'm really fortunate to work in an environment like that. But I don't know, for some reason for me, I just felt like, oh, no, I can't do this. And I know I have friends who've gone through the natural hair starter process and have felt the same way, where they're just thinking, God, you know, what am I going to wear now? I have to change what I'm wearing. Nothing goes with this hair. And I think that's the problem, thinking of it as the hair being the problem, and your clothes aren't the problem either, but it's definitely a mindset where, yes, of course we like to wear our hair a certain way, but I think what we don't remember is that you can't treat a locked hairstyle the same way that you would treat a relaxed pixie cut, or you'll treat braids or a weave, or, you know, whatever it is. It's none of those. They are locks. And therefore, because they're locks, they're going to do different things and they're going to behave differently. And of course, if it's your first time doing locks, it's going to be doing things that you just, you never knew that you signed up for. And so you'll be so conflicted and annoyed and frustrated. Again, the frustrations in the beginning when you just weren't ready for that. I myself, sadly, fell into that trap of, it doesn't go with my hair. And, you know, not retwisted. It doesn't go with the non-manicured look. It doesn't go with my suit. And that's mad because I go with my suit. And I think that's the other thing as well. We kind of get confused as to what kept and you know, your hair being well kept means. With locks, I personally feel well kept locks should not be synonymous with manicured and freshly retwisted every 2 to 4 weeks. For me, kept and well kept locks means that they're healthy locks, means that they're clean locks, means that they are you know, moisturized locks. Not that they look like I've just stepped out of the hairdressers every weekend with this manicured look where I can see every kind of line of my scalp in between the locks. And I think that's probably the thing where we have to kind of move away from well kept meaning manicured. There are going to be stages that you have to go through to for the haircut. For me, I kind of feel like it's the same as growing out any style. Growing out when I grew out my big chop, when I grew out my I had a bob cut as well, growing that out. Like everything goes through this awkward stage where you have to go through that to get to the other side. And that's pretty much like locks as well. You start off, it goes through its little awkward growth, teenage stage, budding and everything. And then you get to, there we go. This is how I envisioned the end product looking. And we have, again, it's embracing every kind of part of that process, of that journey. And just knowing that your locks do go with your professional attire. Your your old retwist does go with your professional attire. It's all about how you kind of make the look work for you, you know? I've come up with 3 tips that may help in kind of getting through the whole my hair's not professional phase that most of us go through. And here they are. So the first one being, let curls be your friend. If you find that you're in between a retwist and it's getting a bit fuzzy, but it's not time yet for your hair to retwist, if you get some perm rods, or you can kind of bantu knot your hair while it's a bit damp, let it dry, and then the style will give it a little bit more body, and in that way it will seem like another style all in one, and that will buy you some time as well. So that's the first one. The second one is to, if you do want your hair to look as if it's neater, but again, you haven't done the full retwist as yet, or you don't want to do the full retwist, you can take the first 1 or 2 rows of your hair and you can retwist those. That way then it gives the illusion that all of your hair has been retwisted when really it's just been touched up for to give it that kind of like extra neat edge. And lastly, which I feel is the most important for me, and hopefully will be for you as well, is confidence. Wear your hair with confidence. However you decide to hold it in the meantime whilst you're kind of tying over to your next retwist or interlock, wear your hair with confidence and enjoy it. It will shine through, and others too will enjoy your hair because you look like you're enjoying your hair as well. And really and truly, that for me is what is going to help you loads, because I know I'm not retwisting my hair tonight, so that's what's going to help me through this week. Please, again, your hair is professional. Your hair is fit for the workplace, and do not let anybody tell you any different.